What's going on, everybody? Today we are talking about the Apple Watch. No, this is not a full-on review of the Apple Watch. What I'm actually doing is talking about whether you should get the stainless steel Apple Watch or just the regular sport option for the Apple Watch. Why am I doing this? Well, because next week on September the 12th, Apple sent out press releases for its upcoming keynote. Here it is if you haven't seen it already. It looks like this, and it's gonna be pretty awesome, and potentially they're gonna come out with an Apple Watch with a slightly bigger display. So I'm pretty excited about this. I don't know if I'll get one or not because I already have this particular model here, but I thought for those of you who are interested, I would make a video and talk about whether or not you should get the sports model, which is made of aluminum, or whether you should go all in and get that stainless steel model. So I'm gonna give you my thoughts on both watches, having owned each watch for a significant period of time. This is the original Apple Watch, not even a Series 1, the very, very first generation Apple Watch. And this is a Series 3, which as of the making of this video, is the current generation Apple Watch. Okay, first and foremost, I'm gonna start out by talking about the sports band on the Sport watch. So I think that the Apple Watch Sport looks really nice. It is a great looking watch. I mean, here they are side by side. You can see they both look super nice on your wrist. They're both gonna look great. It doesn't matter which one you get. They look and perform exactly the same. Okay, so the sports bands look nice on the sports model. It's obvious. I mean, they're designed for the sports model. And to be fair, they look really nice on the stainless steel Apple Watch as well, in my opinion. I don't think it matters what color you put on it. Actually, if you happen to have the cellular one, the red band matches it very nicely, I think. So here, hold on. There you go. See, it just brings out the red. I'm not sure why the red option is not a out-of-the-box combination, especially because the cellular version of it happens to have that little red knob. I don't know why they didn't just do this out of the box, but it looks great. Actually, being able to mix and match color bands would be pretty cool out of the box too. Not the point of this video, back to what we're talking about. Without a doubt, if you're looking for a premium watch, you're gonna wanna get the stainless steel Apple Watch. If you're looking to replace like an expensive watch, like a Rolex or something like that, then you definitely want to pick up that stainless steel option. It looks super professional, so if you're dressing up, if you're going places, you're going to want to pop this one on, not one of these. This one looks nice, and it's great when you're out doing your athletic stuff out and about, but I personally think the stainless steel watch is just the way to go if you're looking professional. Now, if you're super, super active and you're only looking to wear your watch in active places, then it's a no-brainer to go for the sports model of the Apple Watch. It's an absolutely fantastic watch. It does everything that the more expensive version of the Apple Watch does. It's just when you go to put on nicer bands, such as the Milanese Loop, which, let's be honest, is probably one of the fanciest Apple Watch bands, and everybody just wants the Milanese Loop because it looks so cool, and it's kind of the only band that's just Apple specific. I don't think I've ever seen anything like a Milanese Loop on anything but an Apple Watch. It doesn't look too bad. I think the combination is definitely doable. It's definitely dressier. If you're trying to dress up your sports model Apple Watch, you can do it, but it looks infinitely better on the stainless steel. As you can see, it just flows and looks really, really good with the stainless steel, especially at its connection point. Because the band itself is made of stainless steel, it blends right in and you honestly can not even see where the band itself attaches, and it's a super comfortable band. Now, this particular one is not the legitimate one because the legitimate Milanese Loop is like $150, which is unreal for a watch band. I mean, these bands right here are $50 each for a piece of plastic. The bands are absolutely expensive, as is the more expensive watch. It's just, it all depends on what style you're trying to go with. And if you're trying to dress it up, you really should go ahead and pick up that other Apple Watch finish. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of up-close comparisons between the two watches. I took the bands off of both of them so you can just see how they look side by side. Keep in mind that there are a few differences on them. For example, here on the side, on this one, there's only one port for the microphone, where here there's two of them. Like I've mentioned already, this is the original and this is the Series 3, so there will be some aesthetic differences, but for the most part, it's the exact same watch that you're getting now. They look identical to each other, and I'm sure that the finishes and everything will come out looking pretty much like this in the next round of Apple Watches. The Apple Watch Series 4 will probably come out looking somewhat like the two of these. So in close-ups, you can see just how they look side by side, which one looks better to you. Of course, it's all a matter of preference, but the stainless steel is more likely to show up on some scratches, so if you happen to scratch your devices, or if you're rough with it, or you're out doing a lot of active things, you're probably going to notice that it picks up some scratches. It's a lot like the design of the former iPod Touches, how the old iPod backs used to scratch like crazy. Same goes for the Apple Watch. It will scratch if you get the stainless steel model and you're out and about all the time, which I always am. Out doing things, so it's definitely something that you may notice with your regular use case of the Apple Watch, is that just taking it out of the box, you're likely to get some scratches on it. Now, one thing I am going to point out as we're taking a deeper look into the overall design is that these two displays are actually different. This one here is a stronger screen. So on the original Apple Watch, one day I accidentally managed to bump it into something. I think I was running and I hit a door or a post or whatever. And you'll see there's a little like hairline scratch right there. So this screen is definitely weaker in terms of actually using it. Now, I haven't, unfortunately, run this one into anything yet, which is not a bad thing, I guess, but I have not run this into any, like, walls or doors, so I can't speak for how well this will hold up to that kind of scenario, but on paper, it is supposed to be stronger. I believe this one is just, like, Ion X glass, and this one is like diamond or sapphire or something stronger so that it won't crack. I think it actually tells you what it is on the back. I'm not entirely sure. So this one says sapphire crystal. So this screen is a sapphire crystal display, and this one is the aluminum with Ion X glass. So that's the difference in the two of them. This one is far stronger. If you happen to run into something, it's going to hold up better than this one. So that's really it with the Apple Watch. It all depends on what you're going to be doing with it. No matter what you do, the bands are super, super simple to swap out. That's one of the things that I love so much about the Apple Watch. Whatever you're wearing, you can quickly pop on a band that matches it. Today I'm wearing black, so I pop on a black band and I'm matching perfectly with whatever I've got on that day. That being said, that's my thoughts on the Apple Watch. You've seen them up close, person to person. Obviously, I've owned both, I've used both, I've enjoyed my experience with both, but if I had to pick an Apple Watch myself moving on into the future, I'm pretty sure I would stick with stainless steel from here on out. I really like the look of the stainless steel. I like the build quality of the stainless steel. I like the stronger sapphire crystal glass because, like I said, I got this one scratched in the first year of owning it. So it's really all a matter of what you like, but I personally just like the look and feel of the stainless steel Apple Watch. It looks really nice, especially when you're trying to dress up, and I spend a lot of time singing and on stage, and I work in a theater, so I'm seeing a lot of people, and I think this one just looks infinitely more professional when you're trying to dress up and go that little extra step. It looks more like a piece of jewelry, where this one is more along the lines of a Fitbit or something like that, and I think if you're really going for that extra step, you need to go ahead and bump it up to this one. If you can afford to. If not, this one's great. Maybe try getting like the gold one or the black one. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the silver one after owning it for a longer period of time. When I first bought it, silver was the way to go. But I think in the long run, it doesn't really matter which Apple Watch you get. It really doesn't. But to be honest, even though I prefer the stainless steel, it doesn't really matter which Apple Watch you get. Feature for feature, this can do the same thing as the ceramic Apple Watch. It's like when this one first came out. This one was like $400 and they went all the way up to $17,000. I don't know if you remember the Apple Watches that were $17,000, but they originally had a $17,000 Apple Watch that did nothing that this one couldn't do. And what's really crazy is that the original $17,000 Apple Watch doesn't get watchOS 5. $17,000 and it's already out of date. I don't even know what to say there. I don't know what to tell you guys. So with that being said, that concludes today's video. Hopefully that helped you decide which Apple Watch would be better for you and what you like about each one. And anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.